A few days ago I asked you to participate in the community section here on my channel by writing, you know NoFap is working when, and then having you fill in the blank and share your experience. And in this video I'm going to share your answers.
Scandinavian Bob here, hi. Yeah, a real voice and person behind this video, who has been involved in the porn addiction community for 13 years now. So if you're getting tired of all these fake AI videos out there, consider subscribing.
Now I got so many answers, so I won't be able to share them all. I just had to pick at random. So please don't get offended if I'm not reading yours. But yeah, let's jump in right away. You know NoFap is working when guy number 1 says, when you naturally feel confident without even trying, unquote. Guy number 2, when the whole world seems conquerable and whatever life throws at you, it doesn't affect you, unquote. Yeah, so the confidence benefit starts out strong here. It's interesting to note how NoFap can give some guys more of that without them even having to work on confidence itself. Guy number 3 says, when you feel that childlike excitement for life again, unquote. Guy number 4, when you realize that your days are filled with real, genuine emotion, both positive and negative, and that there isn't something chaining you down. That's right, we are less numb, so experiencing emotions more fully is very common. Guy number 5, when you begin feeling free with no brain fog, unquote. Guy number 6, when the urges are increasing and I'm fighting it as much as I can, unquote. Well, yes, that can be a part of NoFap for sure, but try to change your mindset a bit there, and instead of fighting the urges, try to surf them. Look for my video here on YouTube called NoFap and Urge Surfing, because fighting usually fails in the long run. Guy number 7, when you can make eye contact with anyone without any anxiety. That's great, there's someone who got help with social anxiety right there. Guy number 8, when all of a sudden you find beauty in the world around you, which you always believe was just average. You can watch the sky and the birds for hours and you literally become prone to awe. You develop almost spider senses and enjoy the space you're in, as if universe conspires to help and support you, unquote. Now there's someone who clearly enjoys the NoFap lifestyle. Great work, man. Keep it going. Guy number 9, when even little things are able to make you smile and you feel peaceful in those moments, unquote. That's amazing, yeah, that's one of the benefits of NoFap for sure. Guy number 10, you feel relaxed, unbothered and in control. Kind of like a boss. I love it. Guy number 11, when your ADHD is completely gone and you can actually focus on things, like simply enjoying a movie or listening to a podcast, unquote. Now this is something I remember experiencing myself as well. In the midst of my addiction, I had a really hard time focusing on a movie without losing the storyline, for example. So much better dopamine signaling nowadays. Guy number 12, when there is minimal mental resistance when getting stuff done, unquote. Yeah, doing chores, exercising or working on goals become a lot easier when doing NoFap, that's for sure. Guy number 13, social interactions becomes easier, unquote. Guy number 14, when you don't wake up tired the next day, unquote. Yeah man, more energy. Guy number 15, when your friends and co-workers begin to compliment you on how energetic and positive you are, unquote. Guy number 16, when you actually find ways to go out and interact with someone, when you find that a girl is checking you out, unquote. Guy number 17, when I see the glow in my eyes and when I can feel the power from it, unquote. Guy number 18, when you find that you are your own source of happiness and start to love yourself, unquote. Guy number 19, when the flatline kicks in. Yeah, so that one is actually good to know. If you are rebooting and enter a flatline, you shouldn't freak out because it's actually a sign that recovery is taking place. Guy number 20. When you start taking massive action following your purpose, unquote. Awesome, man. This happens to a lot of men on NoFap, and that's why it's making them achieve their goals so much faster. Guy number 21. When you fight sadness and loneliness with an active and healthy lifestyle instead of sulking and relapsing, unquote. Sounds great. Guy number 22. When I have more drive to do things than ever before. I'm 31 years old, I'm on day 61, and I feel like I'm 18 again, unquote. Guy number 23. When depression doesn't hit as hard nor lasts as long anymore. Guy number 24. When you feel no one can stop you, unquote. Clearly someone else noticing the increased confidence benefit right there. I like that. Guy number 25. Quote, when you cringe at your past self, unquote. Yeah, that one really rings true for myself as well. And while there were more answers, I think that's probably a good place to stop for today. But I will have to make more videos like this. And oh hey guys, speaking of rebooting and different timelines, if you haven't already, I highly recommend that you download my 90-day no PMO advice and tool guide while it's still available for free. Now this guide is not an online course or anything big like that, but it's an easy to read PDF file, almost like in bullet point form, with 13 bullet points for each week, as it takes 13 weeks to complete a 90-day challenge. It's a fun and very helpful reboot guide where I have taken into account what I have discovered about how it's normal to react during certain phases of your journey, and then implemented specific action steps that are best suited for you to do during those specific phases. You know, from a psychological and neurobiological standpoint. For example, things that are typical to experience in the second week, and some things that are very normal to run into in the third week, and so on. And of course, I give you suggestions on what to do about it as well. So grab that guide right now while it's still available for free. You can see the guide on the screen right here. Just click on that and get it now. And oh hey guys, take a look at the video you can see on the screen right here if you want to discover how 4 different brain changes start taking place inside your brain if you become addicted to porn. Just take a look right now and you'll see exactly what I mean.